So I'll just rush and inform these guys. Hopefully that's got your skills. Someone's drone's been overcharged, so that'll be nice. I got named something over there and it ain't AR.
I think all of ours. I think all
that
of
was
them,
much
all of them have
faster.
been overcharged.
Hopefully your skills felt fucking good.
There they are.
Jungus is a stunned. Stuck even. One's cracked.
Two's cracked.
And that's spreading to everyone
One's
else.
dead,
Hopefully.
Two's dead.
Yeah, there's a healer who's stuck.
Oh my god. This is stupid. Welcome back to the Division 2. You would have seen in that clip just how fast we shredded those enemies on legendary difficulty. Part of it is because of crowd control and keeping them in place, but the rest of it is because of our skill builds. I recently posted a skill build video, and because of this video is all thanks to the comments section, because there were a few people that pointed out some things that could be changed to make the skills even better, and my god, the difference is insane. Whoever's put a build together similar to mine is all wrong. It needs to be changed because you're missing out on so much damage. And I even got a message on Xbox saying how overpowered my skill build is, but it can be done 10 times better. If we take a look at my current skill build, I run the Harmony, I've got Technician, so I get the 10% skill damage or the bonus skill damage or whatever. The Harmony, perfectly in sync, so when I shoot an enemy, 20% skill damage. Using a skill, 20% weapon damage. Damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active. So spam your skills and your weapon, you get 40% extra damage. So that's incredibly helpful. 3-piece hardwired. And then I had the percussive maintenance for perfect tech support. Scrap that. I had Spark on my Murakami chest. Scrap that. And I had the pretty much perfect Wyvern Wear holster. Scrap that. Because what we're going to do, I don't scrap Wyvern Wear, but what we're going to do is come down into here. And actually, I can do it over on this one. You can actually see the numbers. So if we change this to Invulnerable Elite. And what we're going to do is get the Harmony out so that we can proc the In Sync. I'm going to pop my turret up. I'm actually going to set it to 5 meters. And this is with my original skill build, the one that you've seen in the recent video. I'm just going to use the turret to start with. And I'm going to set the turret on there. And I'm going to proc In Sync. 133,900 is what that's hitting for. So then without the In Sync procced, it is 110. With it, it's 133. If we look at the base damage, it is 110. So that's exactly what it hits for. But remember, when we have In Sync, it's 133.9. So we're saying 134. If I call that back, I'm going to switch up to my new build, which doesn't look anywhere near as good because you can see a couple of reds on there. But what we're going to do is put the turret out again. I'm going to reset this. So it's 134. Go back in, switch to the Harmony. Set the turret up to shoot that target. You can already see 152. And then when I proc, I get 236,000 damage with my turret. That's gone from 134 to 236. That's an extra 102,000 per bullet this turret fires. Get the drone out. Set the drone on there. And 69,000 roughly is the base damage. And then with In Sync procced, it's 83,000. So we're going to call it back. We'll say 83.8. We'll round it up to 84. We're going to switch to the new skill build. And we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to reset. We're going to set the drone on there. It was 84. So that's already 95. And then you proc that. 148. From 84. That's a big, big, big Huge fucking difference. And trust me, it's insane to see it. So, how exactly did we achieve this with help from the comments? On my old build, I was running the 3-piece hardwired with the Alps backpack. I had the Murakami chest and the Wyvernware holster. On my new build, I've now switched over the hardwired, so it's over to the holster. It's all focused on skill damage. Don't worry about skill haste too much. The Wyvernware is perfect knees, skill damage and skill haste. And then if we look at the chest, it's like I've got 2-piece Hana Yu on this. The backpack's Hana Yu as well. But all you need to do is get yourself glass cannon because it amplifies the damage. So that's going to work for your skills as well as your weapons. Then you've got skill damage on there. And then if we look at the Hana Yu, the force multiplier, it's got perfect combined arms. So you get 10% skill damage with the skill haste from the brand set. And we've got skill damage on all of it. But that perfect combined arms, shooting an enemy, increases your total skill damage by 30% for 3 seconds, although there is no cooldown. So as long as you are shooting, you are getting that extra damage. That is literally all I've changed. I've switched the hardwired around, which is irrelevant because I've still got 3 pieces. Still got the Wyvernware on the knees. I've just changed my chest and my backpack. Another thing is, even with the having 2-piece Hana Yu, because a lot of people said go for 2-piece Hana Yu, just because it makes sure you get that 10% skill damage, you don't need to do that. If you have a sacrifice that has yellows on it, like I've got the sacrifice here, you can have that headshot damage from Providence Defense. For some reason, it just works out better. Perfect glass cannon amplifies your damage by 30%. And Pete actually runs the sacrifice over the Hana Yu chest because even though it was only 1,500 damage more per shot off the turret, it's still more damage, and because you spend a lot of your time using a skill build behind cover, that doesn't matter. Like, you're not going to go down that often. But you saw at the beginning of the video just how fast they got shredded. So I've taken it from group play to this is now solo, Heroic American History Museum, and I'm going to be trying, I don't know if I'll get far at all, but I'm going to be trying Legendary by myself at some point. So this is just standard. And this is, I believe this is actually the wrong build. So I'll do this first area. I'm pretty sure I've kept the original build on. But you can see the speed at which these enemies are dying. So I've now got glass cannon on, so I need to be a little bit more careful playing solo. If I call back the skills, they've got a little bit of a slower cooldown as well. It goes from 12.4 to 13.9, so it's 1.5 seconds roughly. Which doesn't make a difference at all. So get the harmony back out. If I place the turret, get the drone out. Watch how fast. Look at that. That's a purple bar dead. That's him dead. Purple grenadier. Purple fucking deadier. It's so good, like unbelievably good. I don't need to carry on. You've seen the legendary gameplay little bit at the beginning. You get base damage. Like if you have a look at, if I switch to my DPS build, my Baker's Dozen has 488,500 base damage. When I get a headshot that crits down in the shooting range and against enemies in missions, it's dealing a little over 3 million. So there are other things in the build that factor onto how much damage you're doing. So, like, literally, I wouldn't have thought of any of this without the help from the comments. So, I am truly, like, I truly appreciate it. Like, so much. You don't understand how much these comments help me in videos and stuff. But I literally went down into the shooting range after reading some of the comments, and I changed a couple of pieces and had a look, and using glass cannon, because I already had the Hana Yu chest, it boosted up the damage a little bit. I thought, okay, let's go and try perfect combined arms, because I never would have thought of using that. I thought, oh, 3 seconds, that's not going to do a lot at all. But there's no cooldown, you can continuously proc it, and all you've got to do is just shoot an enemy. So using the harmony to get in sync, and someone could use spotter if you're playing in a group, because the technician laser pointer will actually pulse enemies for you. There's loads of different things you can do, but the best thing to do is use the shooting range to your advantage because you can test all this stuff. That's how we realised, noticed the damage. When I did the tests earlier, the base damage was 110k for my turret. It went up to 122 with the new skill build. My drone went from 69 to 76, so that was only a 7,000 base damage increase. But then the shooting range, upon doing the tests, with the harmony procced, so you're getting perfect combined arms with the new one. But the original one, the drone was hitting for 104,000. That went up to 148 with the new build, so that's 44,000 per bullet just on the drone. And then with the original one, the turret was hitting for 167. With the new skills, it's hitting for 237. So that's an extra 70,000 damage per shot with the turret. And you've seen how fast they fire. They're not the best with accuracy at range, but the drone will always go and chase. They're a nuisance, so they're going to take a little bit of the aggro off the NPCs. So whilst you're sitting behind cover, even using glass cannon, you can still proc in sync and perfect combined arms. So just make sure that when you're building on this game, you're paying attention to everything within the build. Try different talents and stuff that you might not have thought of before, and just see how it goes, because this new build is fucking mental. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. Again, a massive thank you to everyone that helped out in the comments on that previous skill build video. But that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.